Hello friends! Today I'm here with an absolutely incredible movie to share with you. A boy fleeing from his pursuers disguises himself as a scarecrow to hide. However, the thugs chasing him, armed with vicious dogs, soon discover his location. The dogs bark ferociously at the scarecrow, drawing the attention of their leader, an old man named Otis. Suspicious, Otis approaches and notices a terrified face hidden beneath the sack. Instead of exposing the boy's disguise, he grins wickedly and steps back, signaling his men to open fire. A barrage of bullets tears through the scarecrow, killing the boy in sight instantly. To cover up their crime, Otis places a pitchfork in the boy's lifeless hand, framing the murder as an act of self-defense. The boy, Bubba, was mentally challenged, with the mind of a 5-year-old despite being over 30. He was a kind soul, often playing with a young girl named Marilee. On the day of the tragedy, Bubba had been joyfully picking wildflowers with Marilee, unaware they were being watched by Otis, the town's mailman. Otis resented Bubba's closeness to Marilee and had long harbored jealousy and disdain for him. As the two friends wandered home, they came across a yard with a beautiful fountain and ceramic dolls. Marilee, curious, wanted to explore. Although Bubba instinctively knew it was wrong, he refused to join her. Ignoring his protests, Marilee entered the yard, where she was suddenly confronted by a barking black dog. In a panic, she ran, but the dog chased her. Bubba, desperate to help, broke through the boards to save her. By the time he pulled her away, Marilee was unconscious and covered in wounds. When Marilee's mother found him, she mistakenly assumed Bubba had attacked her daughter. The news spread quickly to Otis, who seized the opportunity to act on his long-held hatred. Believing Marilee was dead, Otis rallied a mob and set out to capture Bubba. Terrified, Bubba fled home and told his mother everything. She, trusting her son, instructed him to hide, as they often did when playing games. Otis and his men arrived, but Bubba's mother blocked their way, insisting her son was innocent and wasn't at home. Undeterred, the group forced their way in. Guided by the dogs, they found Bubba in the field disguised as a scarecrow and shot him. Moments later, a voice on the radio revealed that Marilee was alive and had clarified that Bubba had saved her from the dog. Realizing their mistake, the group panicked, but Otis, thinking quickly, planted the pitchfork in Bubba's hand, framing the act as self-defense. Bubba's mother filed murder charges, but in court, the group claimed they acted in defense. With no evidence to prove their guilt and the town siding with the respected Otis and his men, the judge declared them not guilty. The verdict devastated Bubba's mother. The community, showing no sympathy, celebrated the acquittal, leaving her in despair. That night, Otis and his men shamelessly celebrated at a bar, but their triumph was short-lived. A chilling wind seemed to carry Bubba's anger. Marilee, in her sleep, heard Bubba's voice and the next day led his mother to the spot where he died, insisting that Bubba was still playing hide and seek. Though his mother couldn't accept it, she felt a lingering presence. In the following days, strange events began to haunt the men. A scarecrow, identical to the one Bubba had disguised himself as, appeared in their fields. One by one, the men met gruesome ends. Hawker, drunk and alone, fell into a high-speed polisher in his barn. Philby, overwhelmed by fear, was buried alive in a grain silo. Skeeter, desperate to confess, was lured into a trap by Otis and buried alive in Bubba's grave. Otis, the last man standing, began to unravel. He confronted Bubba's mother, accusing her of orchestrating the revenge, but she warned him to stay away from Marilee before suffering a fatal heart attack during their altercation. Otis staged her death as an accident, but the guilt and paranoia consumed him. The nightmare culminated when Otis, trying to escape his fate, encountered the Scarecrow in a field. As he fled, the Scarecrow cornered him. In a final act of vengeance, the Scarecrow, animated by Bubba's spirit, stabbed Otis with the same pitchfork used to frame him. In the end, justice was served. Bubba's spirit, though avenged, continued to watch over and protect Marilee, ensuring she was safe from harm. That's it for our movie recap. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on this video.